All right, Sofi, let's break it down. Let's go over the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do right now, how Sofi's looking overall today, and we'll break down the indexes, which, by the way, we're up across the board, not by much, but we are up on the indexes, and the VIX is down over 5%. So, guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, follow along for more content, and join the free email stock newsletter that is linked down below. I send out my top stocks weekly, again, for free. Make sure you guys get in there. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive into it. So it's about 12:45 p.m. on the East Coast right now, and we have SoFi up over 1.2%, and the indexes, let's take a quick glance here. The Russell's up 0.3%, S&P's up a quarter, Dow's up 0.1%, and we have QQQ up 0.5%. So we are up across the board, and SoFi is pushing now towards the intraday high, which we hit about $11 earlier this morning. Now we're pretty much halfway through the day, trading at about $11. So we're testing that high from earlier. And on the 5-day, 5-minute, you'll see we are now at pretty much the resistance that we've been struggling at the last couple of days, pretty much since Wednesday, where Wednesday we had a big move last week. We got all the way to the mid-11s. So if I show you this on the 30-minute chart, you'll notice we kind of have an ascending triangle forming on SoFi. Do you see it? Kind of, or you can say it's a wedge, but we'll go with the ascending triangle for this video. You're noticing resistance at about $11.25, 50 cents in that ballpark, and we're making higher lows into that resistance. To me, guys, that's an ascending triangle. So this actually looks decently bullish, right? We're above the moving averages. We have a golden cross here. We're not fully breaking out by any means. Don't get it twisted, guys, but we are seeing some signs, the writing on the wall, if you will, especially if we start taking out the mid-11s. This thing could potentially fly, right? Maybe in the short term, it could go to 12.50, right? That was the high, 12.75 even. That was the high from earlier this month of April, right? This gap could fill potentially if we start breaking out. And on the 1 hour time frame, you'll notice, okay, the cup and handle's intact. We have a golden cross on this time frame as well. It all comes down to what we do in this window right here between 11.50 to about 12.50. If that were to break even, we might be going up to $13.50, $14 a share, which we hit that point, $14 in the end of March. So even though we're not popping fully yet, we're noticing, again, the indexes are pushing. We have this ascending triangle here on SoFi, and we have the same exact thing on SPY and QQQ. Let me pull this up and show you guys on this 30-minute chart. You can see we do have higher lows being made on SPY into this 545 resistance. You guys can see it here for yourselves, right? That's a big spot here for SPY. If it takes 545 out, we could be taking off, right, even further. Maybe a nice momentum play could be happening there. And QQQ, you're seeing the same thing. And this is honestly a good sign. The fact that the markets have been kind of not, flat by any means, but they've been cooling off the last couple of days. We're still in a trade war. There's still risk of things escalating, obviously. But the fact that we got tariff exemptions, the 90-day pause last week, that's gotten the market to kind of chill out a little bit, which I'm cool with. We got kind of used to those 5% swings up and down, for a couple of days. That's not normal, right? So, we kind of got used to that a little bit. Now we're chilling a bit, right? Now we're chilling a bit. The VIX has come back to a much healthier spot, although it's still elevated, right? it's still at a great spot. It's down over 50% from highs. The VIX is. You guys can see that. So we're at 28 on the VIX, still pretty high, but considering we were at 55, 60 not too long ago, yeah, we've made some pretty good progress here on the VIX, right, guys? So, and you can see it here on yourselves, for yourselves, the VIX has come down a lot. And going back over to SoFi, keep in mind, earnings are coming up. Earnings are coming up in about 2 weeks. I think actually, exactly 2 weeks from today. So on the 29th, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, we're getting their earnings. And now we're again seeing that ascending triangle, but at the same time, we're testing the top of this downtrend. We're right under the 180 SMA. You guys are seeing that right here. So this is a big spot. And for all of you that don't know, I sold I'm forgetting the price. I think I sold the $15 strike April 17th calls. I sold those a couple of weeks ago. You all probably remember that. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'm telling you now, I made some decent money on the premium. I sold those during this rally right here. I remember I actually sold them pretty much when SoFi was at $13.50. I sold those $15 calls that expire this Friday. And those are coming up for expiration. I was going to roll them over, but then I'm like, let me just not do that because earnings are coming up. Who knows what's going to happen post earnings? Who knows what's going to happen with the stock market here? I mean, we're up today. We've been up for a little bit, couple of days, although we're still flat, I guess, from last Wednesday. But I don't know. In the next 2 weeks, man, a lot could change. So I'm not going to sell or I'm not going to roll over those covered calls, at least right now, heading into earnings, just to play it safe. Because what if SoFi were to go crazy after earnings and then I miss out on some of that upside if I sell covered calls? So I'm just going to play it safe and just hold on to the shares I have. The calls I sold a couple of weeks ago, they're going to expire worthless, which is good for me if I'm selling them. Obviously, if I'm buying them, that's not good. Letting your calls expire worthless. You're better off getting out at least at a 50% loss or something. You don't want to take the whole loss. But yeah, you want to be on the selling side of the trade as opposed to the buying side when you're dealing with options. We've covered that before here on the channel. We're not going to get too deep into that in this video, but yeah, that's a quick breakdown here on SoFi. Still on a downtrend on the 4-hour chart, but we are looking pretty decent, if you ask me, on these smaller time frames. Again, we have some bullish patterns lining up here. 5-day, 5-minute, I'm liking it. 10-day, 30-minute, we have the cup and handle with this ascending triangle. So what do you guys think about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And again, we're up across the board. Stocks like Netflix are moving 6% today, which this company is reporting earnings in 2 days. So it looks like Netflix is starting to move. Palantir is up on the day. CrowdStrike, those two are holdings of mine. CrowdStrike's up to almost $400 a share, up 6%. Palantir is pushing $100 a share today, guys. Looking pretty good. So yeah, great day across the board. But who knows? We could go red later in the day. In this kind of market, anything is possible. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Run the likes up. Do not forget to subscribe and join the free email stock newsletter. That is linked down below. Put your first name and your email address, and I send out my top stocks weekly, again, for free. Make sure you guys do that. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.